Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's Feel Good Friday, I'm going to show you how I make my version of Bulletproof coffee. If you're not familiar with Bulletproof coffee, it's basically adding like healthy fats and butter to your coffee. I discovered Bulletproof coffee. I'd actually heard about it about 5 years ago from a friend who was really into health and fitness, but I didn't start drinking it myself until about a year and a half ago. I stumbled on it because I met with a nutritionist because I was having such a hard time controlling my cravings. At night, it was like no matter what, every single night I would just start snacking on carbs and cookies and crackers, and I would do well all day long, and then every night it was just something that I could not control. And so I met with a nutritionist, and she looked at my diet and the meals that I was eating every day, and she immediately recognized that I wasn't getting enough healthy fats in my diet, so it was causing me to have those cravings. So she introduced me to her version of Bulletproof coffee, and I started drinking this, and I really noticed a difference pretty quickly in the cravings. That they diminished. I felt like I had more energy. I just felt really good, and I liked the taste of it. So it was funny because I remember thinking that adding butter to your coffee sounds terrible and gross, and why would you do that? But then once I started doing it, I was like, I couldn't tell enough people about it because I really enjoy it. I don't really drink it daily anymore, and I don't know why. I don't know why I don't, but I wanted to share this recipe with you guys because I think that if you are having a hard time getting healthy fats into your diet, or you are looking for maybe a late afternoon snack to just kind of hold you over to dinner so that you're not starving by the time dinner comes around and you overeat, I think that Bulletproof coffee is a great option because it does have those healthy fats, and it is going to help you feel satisfied, and it's just going to help you keep those cravings at bay. At least it did that for me. There's a lot of different things you can read online about Bulletproof coffee and grass-fed butter and MCT oils, which we'll talk about when I show you, and I'm going to link all that down below. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not an expert on this thing, so I'm not going to start making all these claims about these about MCT oils and all of this, but in Bulletproof coffee, I'm not going to start making health claims and health benefits on all of that online because that's not smart. Because of course there's going to be research out there that will say otherwise, but I can just speak from my personal experience, and I can say that when I started drinking Bulletproof coffee and just eating more fats, it's not just this coffee, but just eating the healthy fats in my diet, it really did help control my cravings. And as far as weight loss, I didn't have a lot of weight to lose, but it did help me lose that like extra 2 pounds that I was trying to get off, and it just gave me energy, and I just felt better. So I'm a big proponent of adding healthy fats to your diet. I had always been on this low fat crusade when it comes to eating and dieting, and I've since learned that that's not always the best approach. And I've just since learned that low fat or no fat is not always the best approach for everybody. And as my body has changed and I've gotten older, my hormones have changed, my physical activity level has changed. I can't really diet the way that I used to. And for me, it's all about finding like lifestyle changes. I use the word diet really loosely, but it's all about lifestyle changes. It's not about like restricting yourself for a few weeks or a month to get down to a certain size. It's about finding daily habits and a daily lifestyle and a daily diet that you can maintain and you don't feel deprived. And so I think healthy fats are essential. You need them. And then Bulletproof coffee is just a way to get them. So I'm going to quit rambling and let me show you how I make my coffee. Okay, so first I want to say that there are a ton of different varieties, recipes, and ways to make Bulletproof coffee. I'm just going to show you guys how I would make mine. So I start with a cup of coffee. I have it in the Magic Bullet because I'm going to blend it in the Magic Bullet, so I just make it straight from here. And I just use my Keurig. If you want to make like true Bulletproof coffee, you're going to probably want to get organic coffee. Bulletproof is actually a brand, and they sell Bulletproof coffee. But I don't have time to do all that. I just want to keep things simple, and I just use my Keurig. So I'm just using plain old regular coffee from my Keurig maker. And then you're going to need grass-fed butter. I use Kerrygold, and I recommend using the Unsalted because you don't want to have any salty taste in your coffee. So I use the Unsalted Kerrygold butter. I always add cinnamon to mine. I also add vanilla flavored stevia drops. I recommend this over like the Sweet and Low or anything like that has aspartame. I recommend a stevia based sweetener, and I like that this has a little vanilla flavoring to it. And then another option is to add MCT oil to your coffee. Bulletproof, the brand, sells something, and I think it's called MCT oil or brain octane oil or something like that, but it's basically MCT oil. I'm gonna leave some links down below of what MCT oil is and the benefits of it. Again, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not an expert, I don't have any certification in health, so I don't wanna make any claims on here that, I just want to kind of point you to the resources. But this basically is an oil that has good healthy fats. It helps your energy. For me, I found that it helps with weight management simply because it helps me feel full and satisfied. My body processes the fat well, better than carbs. I'm not reaching to carbs for energy. I'm reaching towards a healthy fat. So you can add this. I, at one point, was adding collagen protein. I don't have it here, but at one point I was adding collagen protein. Again, the more and more you add, the more that this becomes a meal. So when I started drinking this coffee, I was using this as a meal. I wasn't drinking this with a breakfast because I was getting enough calories from the butter and the protein that I would add, the collagen protein. I was just using this as a meal. But today I'm just having this as a snack, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep my ingredients to a minimum. Okay, so first you want to start with your coffee, and then I like to add 1 tablespoon of grass-fed butter. If you look online, it says you can add 1 to 2. Again, it's all about preference, so I would recommend starting with 1 tablespoon and then seeing how you like it if you want to add more. Add it to my coffee. Then I'm going to add my cinnamon flavor, and then I'm going to add my vanilla stevia liquid drops. I'm going to add a little bit of MCT oil. I don't want to add too much. I'm just going to add probably about a teaspoon. Okay. All right, and then I'm just going to put my little blender top on here and blend it up. You'll find that if you are someone that likes to add creamer to your coffee, you really don't need to do that because the butter makes this so rich and creamy. You don't need to add anything else to make your coffee creamier. Can we just talk about how cute this little coffee mug is? All I need is coffee and mascara. Yep, pretty much, and concealer. Okay, so this is what the final product looks like. It's really rich and creamy, so again, you don't need any creamer or milk or anything like that. I know it sounds a little odd if you've never tried this, but all I can say is try it before you knock it, you guys. It's pretty good. Okay, so again, if you try this, if you've never tried Bulletproof coffee and you give this recipe a try, let me know what you think down below. So from my experience, if you are struggling with cravings and you just can't seem to control it, especially at the end of the day or at night, and you reach for carbs, cereal, crackers, cookies, all of that stuff, look at what you're eating during the day. Look at what you're having for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you don't have any healthy fats there, really try and add a healthy fat with every meal. So healthy fats could include the Bulletproof coffee. It could include avocados, nuts, peanut butter. When I'm eating too lean and I'm not getting healthy fats, that's when I have the hardest time at night. So, you know, what good does it do if you're like super, super good all day, but then at night you consume, you know, 800 calories in goldfish or cereal, or I say that because I have kids and that's what I eat when I'm going on a little snack binge, but for you that may be ice cream or whatever it might be. If you're doing that often, I really challenge you to look at what you're eating throughout the day, and if you're missing healthy fats, try adding some in. If you don't like to have this in the morning, if you like a more heartier breakfast and you don't want to replace your breakfast with this coffee, try doing this in the afternoon. You can always use decaf coffee too if you don't want to have that caffeine late in the day. I'll do that too as a snack. For me, it works really well at like 3 or 4 because then I have that late in the day so that the evening it really carries me over well, and I'm not feeling deprived or feeling the need to go and snack and overeat. So anyway, if you try this recipe, let me know what you think down below. If you have been drinking Bulletproof coffee or you have other tips and suggestions, leave them down below. Again, I'm going to leave some links and resources in the description box that will provide more information about the benefits of MCT oil and all of that good stuff, because I don't want to make any claims here on my video without, you know, being the expert. So I just want to share my personal experiences with you guys. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I hope you guys have a great day today, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.